Hey everybody, Dr. Nelson here. In this video, we're going to solve another decay problem and another growth problem. Alright, so here's the decay problem. It says, a mine worker discovers an ore sample containing 500 milligrams of radioactive material. It is discovered that the radioactive material has a half-life of 1 day. How long will it take the radioactive sample to decline to 7.8125 milligrams? Alright, so let's underline the key information here. So we know we're starting with 500 milligrams. We know that there's a half-life of 1 day. And the question is, how long will it be until the radioactive material declines to this amount? Alright, so let's write down our equation. So it's going to be y equals a times b to the x. Alright, and remember, the a value is how much you're starting with. So it's going to be 500 times, now we know that the material has a half-life, right? So that means our b value is going to be 1/2. And the question we're trying to answer is, okay, how many days is it going to be until the radioactive material is down to 7.8125? So that's going to be our y value, 7.8125. And then the x value will be our answer that we're trying to get. All right, so to solve for x, I need to first divide both sides by 500. And then when I do 7.8125 divided by 500, okay, on a calculator, we get 0.015625. And so that's going to equal 1/2 to the x power. All right. Now, I'm going to rewrite 1/2 as 0.5 to the x. It's the same. So the question is, how many times do I multiply 0.5 times itself until I get this number right here? So let me see if I can pull up the calculator. All right. So here we go. We got the calculator. Let me move that over. All right. So I'm going to do 0.5 times 0.5. That's 2, okay? Remember, our goal is to get right here, right? So if it equals, that's going to be times 1/2 again, times 1/2 again, so that's 4, times 1/2, that's 5, and times 1/2, and bingo, there it is, right? Okay, so we did 1/2 to the 6th power to get this number. So our answer is x is going to equal 6. Alright, let's now solve this growth problem, and here it is. It says a culture of bacteria doubles every 2 hours. Okay, if there are 500 bacteria at the beginning, how long will it take for there to be 2,048,000 bacteria? Alright, so just like the previous problem, let's underline the key parts of information. Alright, so we know that it doubles every 2 hours, and that we're starting with 500 bacteria. And the question is, how long will it take for that bacteria to grow to 2,048,000? All right, so let's write down our equation again. So y equals a times b to the x. And again, we're starting with 500, so that's going to be the a value. So 500 times, now it's doubling every hour. So because it's doubling, our b value is going to be 2. And the question is, how many times is it going to double before it gets to our 2,048,000? So that's going to be the x, and that's going to equal 2,048,000. So now to solve for x, we need to first divide both sides by 500. And when I divide 2,048,000 by 500, I get 4,096. So that's going to equal 2 to the unknown power. So the question is, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. How many times are we going to multiply by 2 to get 4,096? So let me take the calculator again. And let's go with, so 2 times 2. It's 4, so that's 2, right? That's going to be 3, 4, 5. That's 2 to the 6th, 2 to the 7th, 2 to the 8th, 2 to the 9th, to the 10th, to the 11th, And oh, there it is, 4,096. So it ends up being 2 to the 12th power. All right, but the question is, it doubles every 2 hours. All right, so our final answer is going to be, I have to do 12 times 2, and that will give us 24 hours for our final answer. Because it doubled 12 times, right? And it takes 2 hours for it to double, so 12 times 2 gives us the 24.